Hi everyone and welcome to the channel, and I'm here for a list video for you guys. Now for this video, this is another underrated song list video. So for this video, we'll be going over 15 of the most underrated Dream Theater songs. Now keep in mind, this is not necessarily a top 15. These are just 15 songs from Dream Theater that I personally think are underrated and overlooked. And this list, I don't think it's in any particular order, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with the song Afterlife, which is from their debut album, When Dreamin' They Unite. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like their debut album. There's some people that say that it's one of their weakest. Actually, I feel like most people say it's one of their weakest. I might agree with that. Yeah, it's not one of their best albums, but I do think it's still a very good album. And I think it's a kind of an underrated debut album as well. This album definitely has some really good songs on it, and Afterlife, I think it's a very strong song, and this is, of course, before they had James LaBrie on vocals. They had Charlie on vocals, and this was the only album that they released in the 80s. And yeah, this song Afterlife definitely has that 80s metal sound, of course, which I personally really like, and I just really like the energy of this track. Charlie actually sounds very good in this song. Yes, he's no James LaBrie, but I think he sounds pretty darn good in this song, and it's got these hard-hitting riffs as well. It's very energetic, and I think it's a great song. So Afterlife, it definitely deserved a place on the list. So next, we got Learning to Live, which is the closing track to Images and Words, which is my personal favorite Dream Theater album. Now, this song is definitely suitable to be a closing track. Of course, it's a pretty lengthy song as well, and it's maybe one of their best songs. I mean, just the places it goes musically is very fascinating and intriguing to listen to. James LaBrie sounds great in this song, and instrumentally it's fantastic, and there's just a lot to like about this song. So Learning to Live, definitely a great song that deserved a place on the list. So next we got This Is the Life, which is from A Dramatic Turn of Events. Now, A Dramatic Turn of Events, there's some people that really like this album that say that it's one of their best, and then there's people that don't really like it. Where do I stand in that? I'm kind of, I guess, in the middle, I guess. I don't think it's their best work, but I don't think it's anywhere close to one of their weakest either. I think A Dramatic Turn of Events is actually a pretty strong album overall. There's a lot of really great songs on the album, and this song obviously being one of them. I mean, I don't want to say that this song is necessarily a ballad. I mean, I guess that's debatable on whether or not it really is a ballad. I mean, you know, it's got some slower moments, but it's also got its energetic moments as well. I think instrumentally the song is pretty interesting, and I think the instruments and the guitar work is really the standout in this song, This Is the Life. I think it's a really great track. So yeah, I don't really see a lot of fans talk about this song much. I'm not really sure why, because it's pretty intriguing to listen to. So This Is the Life, that's a song that had to be on the list. Alright, so next we got Sacrifice Sons, which is from Octavarium, and yeah, definitely another really great song, and it's an epic, of course, and I believe that this song is actually a tribute to 9/11, so yeah, and this is another song that goes in many different parts musically, and of course that really long solo. It's just really intriguing to listen to, and we of course can't forget about James LaBrie's vocal delivery, which is usually always great. So yeah, Sacrifice Sons, it's got to be on the list. So next we got Chosen, which is from The Astonishing. Now, I feel like that this is where some people might disagree, because some people don't like anything from The Astonishing. I do know that maybe there's some people that say that there's nothing good on The Astonishing album, because that album is regarded as either one of their weakest or their weakest album. And yeah, I probably agree that it is their weakest, or at least one of their weakest, but there is some good songs on the album. I can't lie about that. I think it's, you know, it's got some really good songs, and Chosen obviously being one of them. It's more of a ballad-like song, and it's very emotional. It's another song that has a sense of beauty to it. James LaBrie, once again, sounds really good in this song, and you know, James LaBrie as a vocalist kind of gets some heat for some people, because I know that a common complaint with Dream Theater is actually the vocals. That's actually the main reason why some people have a hard time getting into Dream Theater. They just can't get past James LaBrie's vocals. And I personally don't get it, because I think he's a really great vocalist. I mean, I guess you could argue that maybe his vocals are an acquired taste or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, Chosen, I think it's a great song. So Chosen, definitely a good song, and yeah, definitely deserved a place on the list. So next, we got S2N, which is from their latest album, Distance Over Time. S2N, I think, is one of the best tracks on the album. This is a very energetic song. The bass work is excellent, and James LaBrie, he obviously shines in this song as well. I mean, the whole band really does shine in this song. I mean, they do a good job at everything that they do in this song, and you know, when Distance Over Time first came out, this was actually a song that I overlooked at first, because I was mainly paying more attention to the singles on the album. But I don't know, S2N, it's a song that I've really grown to like, and it's actually grown on me, and it's probably one of my favorites on Distance Over Time. So yeah, S2N, I think it's a really good song. So next we got Blind Faith, which is from 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, and this is definitely one of the most underrated songs from that album. Now, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, I don't think it's one of Dream Theater's best albums. There's some people that I know that say it's one of their best, like a top 3 contender for one of their best. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, that's a respectable opinion for sure, but it's just personally not one of my favorites. I think Dream Theater has just made better albums, but that's just me. But Blind Faith, I think, is a really good song. Instrumentally, it's unique, and the whole band just does a really good job at everything that they do, of course. So yeah, Blind Faith, it definitely deserved a place on the list. Alright, so next we got The Best of Times, which is from Black Clouds and Silver Linings. Now, something that I have seen with this song is some people say that Dream Theater kind of shows their Rush influences in this song, and after listening to it, I can kind of see it, to be honest. I think it's, you know, a very Rush influenced song, which I have no issue with that whatsoever, since I am a big Rush fan. But yeah, this song, it's pretty lengthy, and musically I think it has a lot to offer. So yeah, The Best of Times, definitely a great song, and definitely a highlight in the second half of Black Clouds and Silver Linings. Okay, so next we got Panic Attack, which is also from the album Octavarium. This song also has its energy to it. I think it's one of the heavier tracks on Octavarium, and yeah, definitely a great song, and there's just a lot to like about this song as well. So yeah, not really much to say about it. You know, it's just one of the more energetic tracks from Octavarium, or one of the more intense songs on Octavarium, which, you know, I do appreciate. So yeah, definitely a great song. So next we got Under a Glass Moon from Images and Words. Once again, Images and Words, my favorite Dream Theater album, and this song, it's fantastic. I mean, when it comes to Images and Words, there's just not a weak song on that album. Now, if I were to pick a least favorite, it actually might be Under a Glass Moon, or maybe Wait for Sleep, but yeah. I don't know, it would probably either be one of those songs, but even though that's the case, that is not saying much, because, again, there's not a weak song on Images and Words. It's just a flawless album, so yeah. I mean, there's not really much to say about Under a Glass Moon. Just give it a listen, of course, especially if you're into classic Dream Theater. So yeah, definitely a great song all around, though. So next, we got You Not Me, which is from Falling Into Infinity. Yeah, another song in my underrated list that I think might not go well for some people, because Falling Into Infinity is an album that I know that some fans really don't like. There's a lot of Dream Theater fans that hate this album. There's some people that just don't like this album for some reason, because, you know, it's more progressive rock than it is progressive metal. But whoever said that progressive rock was a bad thing? And not only that, you wouldn't have progressive metal without progressive rock. In other words, you can't have your banana smoothie without your banana. Okay? So the song You Not Me, I think it's a really good song. Now, it's not the most mind-blowing song of theirs or anything like that, but I do like it, though. I think it's a really good song, even though it's kind of commercial sounding and mainstream sounding, or whatever you want to say about it, I guess. But yeah, I still think it's a really good song all around, and it's pretty catchy as well. It's one of those songs that, you know, when you listen to it, it's, you know, better than you think, I guess. So You Not Me, I think it's a really good song. So next, we got Honor Thy Father, which is from Train of Thought. I don't really see a lot of attention for this track. It is a lengthy track, and that's basically what you get with some of the songs on Train of Thought. You do get some pretty lengthy tracks, and obviously this song being one of them. Usually when people talk about a Train of Thought, they usually talk about the first 3 tracks, As I Am, This Dying Soul, and Endless Sacrifice. Now, those are all really great songs, for sure. But Honor Thy Father, I don't really see a lot of people give recognition to. I think this is a very strong song, actually. I think musically it's very interesting. It has some nu metal vibes. And, that's something that some people have said before about Train of Thought, that it's basically Dream Theater's nu metal album, which I can definitely understand. I mean, I can hear some nu metal here and there, but I still would consider it a prog album overall. But yeah, Honor Thy Father all around is a really good song, though. So next, we got Out of Reach, which is from their latest album, Distance Over Time. And this is more of a power ballad song, and yeah, ever since I first listened to Distance Over Time when it first came out, I've always liked this song. This is a song that I've always really gravitated towards. I just really like the emotion that this song has to offer, and its sense of beauty with the instrumentation, the piano, and the guitar playing, of course. And I mean, I pretty much got no complaints with this song. This song is kind of an overlooked ballad. I mean, I would say that some of Dream Theater's ballads are overlooked, such as this one, of course. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about it, but yeah, it's more emotion-driven, and I think it's a really good song. Not one of Dream Theater's best songs or anything, and not my favorite from Distance Over Time, but I still think it's a very good song, a very strong ballad from these guys. So, Out of Reach, I think it's a really good song and kind of underrated, of course. So next, we got Act of Faith, which is from The Astonishing. Yeah, another song from The Astonishing. This song is also a ballad, and kind of like Out of Reach, I just really like the emotion that this song has to offer. I mean, especially with James LaBrie's soft vocal harmonies. I mean, he really takes the spotlight in this song with the way he sounds in his vocal delivery. I mean, he really does sound like he's giving it his all in this song. It's really, really good, and it's really intriguing to listen to. This song has this musical vibe to it. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I mean, if you've listened to it, you know what I'm talking about, but I think it's kind of unique. So yeah, Act of Faith, I think it's a really good song from The Astonishing, and to me it's one of the main highlights of The Astonishing, even if it's not one of their best albums. So lastly for this list, we got Beneath the Surface, which is the closing track to A Dramatic Turn of Events. Another song that's kind of like a ballad. Yeah, like I said, Dream Theater has some ballads that I think are very overlooked. And yeah, this obviously being one of them. Of course, like with any Dream Theater song, I really like James LaBrie's vocal delivery, especially in the chorus. I mean, I just really like where this song goes musically, and I think it's just very intriguing to listen to. Beneath the Surface, I think it's a very good song, and an underrated song from Dream Theater too, and kind of an underrated closing track in general. So yeah, that's my list, guys. That is my list of 15 underrated Dream Theater songs. Let me know what you guys think. What are some songs from Dream Theater that you personally think are underrated? Feel free to let me know. And what do you think of this list? Do you agree with my list? Let me know. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.